Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamika. This reading is going to be for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. This is your July 2020 monthly reading. I'm using strictly Oracle cards for the readings this month. The first deck we're going to be using is the Psychic Tarot. I'm also kind of like freestyling it, not really doing a spread here, although, did I say this was for Cancer? I meant Sagittarius, but since I said Cancer, this will be Cancer's video, and then I'll just do Sagittarius after. So actually, I will be doing a spread for y'all because after I do the July monthly, I'm gonna do a little bonus birthday reading for y'all. So I will be using tarot cards for that because I already decided which one I was gonna do. Maybe that's why I messed up, because I was like just thinking about it before I started. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Some of you might have been having some sort of financial ups and downs, okay, recently. I feel like that's sort of balancing out, resolving itself, okay? Maybe you're getting some birthday money. Happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. I'm also seeing love begin, so it could be a new relationship. For some people, this is also like a pregnancy, a family member being added. It doesn't have to be you, it can be someone around you as well. Could also be going to a new level in a relationship, okay? Engagement, marriage, moving in together, etc. It feels very much so tied to like your soul's progression or growth, okay? So especially in the case if it is you having a child, or, you know, in terms of changes around a relationship, it's like it's meant to happen here, okay? I'm also feeling like a lot of healing of past emotional issues, okay? Maybe, you know, childhood healing issues, childhood traumas, right? However, loosely speaking, relationships with parents. I'm feeling a healing of that. I'm just feeling like this new cycle, okay? And very much feels like it's tied to the heart space, which, and the emotions and the feelings, right, Cancer? So we know in like traditional tarot, we're represented by the cups, right? I'm a Pisces, that's why I said we. But us water signs, we're represented by the cups, our feelings, our emotions. Some of you may be having sort of subconscious feelings of fear, okay? Especially if you're going into or experiencing something new. Here's what I'm feeling. But again, it feels very subconscious. Just, you know, like honor your feelings, evaluate them, ask yourself, why are you feeling that way? Is it actually valid, or are you projecting perhaps something from the past, right? Okay, what are the messages, Spirit, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign? Look at that. You got basically the Nine of Cups here. To me, it's not the Nine of Cups, but that's what it looks like to me. And it definitely feels like it's tied to this union or partnership, okay, with the new love begins that we saw. So suffering in silence was here in reverse in the past. You have two nines, okay, talking about completion. So this cycle is over, okay? But I feel like you've spent a lot of time. It's almost like you've literally gone within, and it's like I see this figure on this card like really connecting with the divine, with source, with spirit, with their angels and their guides here, right? Having climbed up these stairs or this mountain, getting here, and like sort of sitting down and having this discussion. Obviously there's no one else around, but it's like communing with the universe, okay? But I feel like you were sort of, again, processing any sort of past, you know, emotional issues, especially, you know, maybe issues related to childhood, or again, things that are really coming up subconsciously, working through that. I feel like you've been working through that for some time. Like it feels like months, if not years, okay, for some of you. And now it's like that you've done all of that healing work. It's like you're being rewarded here by the universe with this fulfillment of your wishes. And again, to me, it feels like it's very much so tied to whatever might be changing here in a spiritual connection or relationship. Again, doesn't have to be romantic, could be related to work, could be platonic, could also be related to a new child, because that is energy that I picked up on briefly, okay? There is discontentment and boredom coming in here. Maybe you feel like things aren't changing enough. This came up in, it was either Capricorn or, did I do Libra? I've only done 3, yeah. So I think it was one of those two. If you have either of those signs in your chart, or if you're dealing with one of those signs, you may want to go check that out, because that discontentment and boredom card came up. But the guidance around that card previously was just have patience, right? Look at the magic and the mystery on this card, but the figure on the card's not paying attention to it. Maybe because they're still paying attention to whatever this was here in the past related to suffering in silence. And yeah, patience is really being highlighted here. Look at fertility coming up there. So I knew that I definitely felt that energy. But yeah, you just have to have patience. There's divine timing at play in terms of this situation, okay? So I really love this card, Fulfillment of Wishes. I love it. So let's take a look at what the card is saying. And we'll also look at spiritual union, and then we'll move into the numerology guidance, and then again, your bonus birthday. Okay, so it says this card being one, if not the most positive of the minor arcana cards, right? Of the major arcanas, the most positive card is the Sun. So represents emotional satisfaction, contentment, and enjoyment. Your wishes are coming true. Are you ready? Happiness, success, good health, completion, and accomplishment of your dreams and goals are in the palm of your hand. This card acts as a reminder to hold on to the beneficial feelings from accepting and receiving what you've asked and strive for. Know that these will assist you in the future when you may need inspiration and positive energy. I really love that sort of trope and metaphor, okay? Like, if you're trying to put yourself into a certain vibration or headspace, hearkening back to a time in your life when you have felt like that before, right? Because we've all manifested the things that we want before. It may not have been the version or exactly what we wanted, right? But we've all manifested the relationship or the job. And so that tells us that we can do it again. So put yourself back into that vibration of when you had that once before, and that will allow things to come in more quickly for you now. So yeah, know that these will assist you in the future when you need inspiration and positive energy. This is the right time to heal those past memories, right? Suffering in silence here, that have been holding you hostage. Forgive others and yourself so that your wishes, desires, and goals have a clear, unobstructed path to your heart, soul, and life. And there again is the emphasis on the heart space, the heart chakra, the emotions, the feelings, the cups, right? And we do have lots of water actually and a cup here in these cards here. So definitely speaking to you, water signs, Cancer. So number 2, spiritual union. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, or partners. It could even relate to a project or specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people in your life, are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships are mirror images of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. How true, right? We are usually mirrors onto ourselves and onto each other in relationships, right? And definitely in soulmate connections, what this is talking about, there are lessons to be learned there, right? Lessons in which the foundation is based upon love, okay? Even if they're difficult lessons. So let's move into your numerology guidance here. Cancers, okay, I'm seeing rebirth, okay? Again, feels very tied to this completion and new beginning around this number 9, letting go and healing past issues, moving into what you desire, right? No longer sort of focusing on what didn't work or what you fear, what you don't want to happen. I'm also seeing communication highlighted here, okay? So it could be, you know, again, communing with source, with spirit, with your angels and your guides, or it could be, you know, you may be receiving some type of communication from someone. Again, maybe there's some type of offer or opportunity coming in here. You may be really connecting and resonating with music at this time, so do listen to music. I often just like to put my playlist on shuffle, ask the universe, like, what do I need to hear right now, okay? And again, as far as this discontentment and boredom, it is a period to still, you know, be in a little bit of a slowdown, however that may resonate for you. You know, I know a lot of people are like, we've been in a slowdown for weeks, for months here. I'm tired, I'm ready to get out, I'm ready to go, I'm ready for things to change, right? But the lesson of the past few months has definitely been about taking the time that we need to ourselves. That time for introspection, meditation, right? For some of us, super important in terms of figuring out what we want and healing past issues, right? And music can also help too with any sort of meditative or contemplative efforts, okay? So what are the messages, Spirit, for Cancer? That one wanted to flip. I'm almost inclined to take it. So yeah, parenting being highlighted here for some of you. Paying attention to synchronicities here. Also, I'm seeing this emphasis here on physical activity. Okay, I feel like that's related to, like, if you just feel like you have sort of like pent up energy or angst. And here we have perseverance. So keep going, okay? Whatever you're working towards, working on in a connection related to work, just keep going. That's the message that's coming out here. This is karmic completion here on the on the horizon. This old cycles are coming to an end, new cycles are coming to fruition. But again, everything takes time, right? We have to have patience. It is a waiting game. Okay, so let's see here. Honestly, I kind of don't really feel like reading for any of these cards because I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory, but I will read the affirmations for them because I like to write them down sometimes and repeat them to myself, especially if they resonate. So I'll just flip through and read the affirmations for each numerology card. So number 4, perseverance, the affirmation: with perseverance and persistence, I create an exceptional life. And then number 63, parenting. Again, for some of you, it's you directly. Others of you, maybe someone around you, a family member, a friend, okay? I was about to read for the whole thing. Okay, maybe that's a message. Okay, so let's just read it then. Although this also came up in one of the other readings. Again, I can't quite remember which one because fertility and pregnancy and parenting has sort of been coming up across the board in a lot of the readings for the past couple of months. I'm not really sure why I'm picking up on that energy so much, but so it says this card indicates that you have a natural gift for parenting and working with children. Perhaps you have a child or children of your own, or maybe there are children within your extended family or circle of friends. Maybe you play the parental role within your relationships with others who tend to behave like children. Whatever the case may be, your ability to teach, nurture, and guide the next generation raises the vibration of the world. Every ounce of time, attention, love, and support you invest in a child pays dividends down the road. This is a time to honor and embrace the significant role you play in the life of a child, whether it is your own or that of a partner, neighbor, relative, client, or friend. Don't underestimate the importance of your unconditional love and guidance, because even a small gesture can have a massive impact in a child's life. It's so true. You ever talk to someone and they're like, you know, they just tell you maybe about a childhood incident where, you know, something seemingly insignificant really had an impact on them, and you can tell because they're still remembering it and still calling back to it. The affirmation here is, I love and nurture children and make the world a brighter place. Okay, again, physical activity coming in. Again, to me, it feels like it could be related to health reasons, okay, possible for some of you, but for me, it feels like it's more related to this expenditure of energy, okay? And if you have sort of like built up, anxious, angsty, you know, worrisome kind of energy, that physical activity in whatever form, walking, yoga, whatever you might prefer, those are my preferred forms, right? Pilates, will help to address that. So the affirmation here says, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. And then finally, synchronicities, okay, which also came up in one of the other readings. I always tell people, pay attention to signs and synchronicities, but it seems to be an even a more like particularly poignant message at the moment, okay, likely for the rest of this month, right? Or if not longer. So synchronicity. You know what, I might read for this one too, and then we'll get into your bonus birthday reading. So this card indicates a need to have faith, okay? This is about, I'm seeing like the Hierophant card, right, in tarot, which is Taurus energy, grounded energy. Again, reminds me of like meditation, even just like getting outside in nature and literally putting your feet in the grass or sitting by a tree, okay? There's something about grounding energy coming in for y'all here as well. So this card indicates a need to have faith in the universal order of events, even in the midst of hopelessness and uncertainty, right? How fitting for the collective right now, period. There is no such thing as an accident or coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. And it's reminding me of this discontentment and boredom, right? This is why you're needing to address this, so that you can pay attention when those people and opportunities come along, to the synchronicities, right? Even when you can't logically comprehend even when you can't logically comprehend, I can't read, how your dreams could possibly come true, you must trust in the magical power of synchronicity to deliver what you need. Remember, it isn't your job to know how things will unfold. It is simply your job to believe and know that all is well. The hows, whens, and whos lie in the hands of the divine. But once you surrender the outcome, you are sown the next logical step, right? When we try to control the how, whens, whos, whys, that's showing that we're not trusting in the divine, right? So that's what that's saying is just go within, connect with yourself so that you can pay attention to any synchronicities. Don't try to control things, allow things to happen, allow things to flow to you. And the affirmation here says, I have faith that synchronicity will lead me to where I need to be. I love that one. I might write that one down for myself. Okay, let's get into your birthday bonus spread. I think I'm just gonna pull on top of these cards. I'm gonna do a 5-card reading using the Cosmic Tarot. This is one of my favorite birthday readings to go to. You have the Strength card coming up here, Leo energy, okay, and that is the next sign that we're going into. Some of you might be like a Cancer, Leo cusp. I'm seeing the Moon card here. So again, embracing a little bit the magic and the mystery of the universe, right? Like we don't need to know it all. For some of you, this is also, again, alluding to fertility, okay? And again, not you directly, someone around you here, especially with that parenting card, okay, coming up. I saw the 5 of Pentacles, so again, could be some monetary ups and downs. I feel like you may be dealing with that energy through this month, but again, it feels like it's going to start to resolve itself, okay? Not really something to worry about here. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn, and remember I did mention that I think these energies came up in the Capricorn reading as well, okay? If not, you could be just working on letting go. Negative thoughts, behaviors. For some of you, it could be addiction, or again, it could be someone around you here, okay? I also feel this sort of holding back or guarding, okay, your heart, your emotions, your feelings. Maybe you're not really speaking exactly how you feel, and that's why that communication card could have come up in the reverse as well. So let's see what's going on with you, Cancers, here in the tarot portion. Okay, so you have the 8 of Pentacles coming up at the heart of your reading, okay? I do feel like a lot of you, and the thing is, I'm seeing a cycle here. I'm almost seeing like it's almost like, you know how you do like a work evaluation, right? Like quarterly or annually, or like an exit interview, but I'm seeing this like evaluating something here that feels like it's coming full circle, okay? Again, feels very related to like closing out an old cycle, starting a new cycle. What have I learned? Where do I want to go, right? And I almost said grow. Like it's like, you know, and in that sense, I do feel like there is something growing here. So again, similarly to how like a baby develops in the womb, right? But it doesn't have to be that literal example for a lot of you. It could also be around something that you're working on work-wise, okay? Or some type of project is what I'm feeling as well. You have the 6 of Wands in your future, so this is indicating that there's a victorious outcome here on the horizon. Again, really reminds me of fire energy, Leo energy, tapping into your strength. This is also telling me that pretty soon there is going to be a lot of action. There is going to be a lot of communication, right? So I was saying in one of the other readings yesterday, right? It's like, if you know, right, like if someone could like literally tell you, okay, in 3 months time, you know, all this stuff is going to happen, you know, you're gonna get engaged, you're gonna get married, you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna, you know, and obviously it takes longer than that, but I'm just using this as an example, right? And right now you're like single, there's no one in your life, whatever. If someone told you that, what would you do with those remaining 3 months, right? Because if someone said that, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't have that much more time to like enjoy my singleness and solitude. Well, yeah, you know, so again, it's like when you are able to embrace what's going on presently, right? And just have a sense of peace and calm and understanding. And again, through introspection, reflection, and meditation of the present moment, that will allow you to really absorb whatever it is that you're needing to learn from that moment before things start to change. Because again, change is just on the horizon is what I'm sensing here. Definitely with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And luck is on your side here with the wheel. And this is, again, this is talking about like major life cycle type changes. Again, it feels like it's very destined or like meant to be, okay? You have the Strength card coming out here again. So a lot of you tapping into Leo energy, fire energy. Again, some of you might be on the cusp there of Cancer, Leo season for sure, okay? And I'm definitely feeling like, again, as we get closer to the end of the month and get into Leo season, I feel and see things picking up for y'all here with the Star card. So healing here again, okay? Healing overrides this entire reading, right? It's crowning the reading. It's kind of the state of mind that you're in right now. Again, with all of the water here, balancing out your feelings and your emotions, your thoughts here. For some of you, the Star card is also talking about being in the public eye, being in the limelight to whatever degree here, okay? I am sensing that, again, there might be some back and forth or instability around the home or around work, could be related to monetary issues, okay? Some of you might also be dealing with an air sign. Gemini or Libra is what I'm picking up specifically, okay? So Cancers, this has been your July monthly reading as well as your birthday bonus. If the reading resonated with you, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. The link is down below. You can also subscribe to my newsletter for free. And I also co-host a podcast called the Self-Care Kickback. We're on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but there are several episodes that we filmed previously that are already up. If that is something that interests you, do check it out. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.